Okay, this is going to be, without a doubt, the most shocking, controversial question which was asked. Okay, it's in my YouTube community page, and the question is from fake account, not the real one. And the question is, Loy, how easy it is for you, Loy, me, how easy it is for me to slip away from your confidentiality clause. Now, what is my confidentiality clause? If you trust me with some data or information, it's always kept confidential. Okay. So how easy it is for you to slip away from your confidentiality clause if someone doesn't respect you in my WhatsApp group. So if someone doesn't respect me in my groups, how easy it is for me to backtrack on confidentiality. That's number one. And second question is, do you threaten others to respect you? Hey, you better respect me or I'm going to, fuck your happiness. Or, okay. Do I threaten others to respect you while blackmailing them to release their personal private information? I know who this person is exactly. I know who this loser is. This chap is a loser. My WhatsApp groups, they are witness to this. So if I'm bullshitting with you, anyone in the WhatsApp group can tell me, Law, you're lying. Okay. Before I answer who's this, let me tell you something. Do I leak confidential data? Let me shock you and tell you this. Do I leak confidential data? Yes. Do I reveal the identity? Yes. If someone trusts me with something, can I cheat them? The answer, all three is yes. You'll be like, fuck, Loy, now I can't trust you anymore. Bye-bye, goodbye, unsubscribe. Okay, if you want to know whose data I leaked, what kind of data I leak, and on what grounds, stick around. Okay, listen to the whole video, then form your opinion. Okay, before I answer this, anyway, you want to know this one. Okay, I'll answer this last. But now I'll tell you whose data have I leaked. Actual true story, huh? And see, I'm not a guy who tells, no, I'll never leak data. I'll tell you whose data I leaked. Now here's my question to you. Someone sends you child porn, sexual images of children. Will you report them, yes or no? Simple question. Someone sends you child pornography. Okay? Here's my simple question. A guy trusts you. Loy, I trust you 100%. I want to share something with you. Fine. And he shares with you child pornography images. So will you keep this confident? Oh yeah, my confidentiality clause. It's a good thing you shared this child pornography. I'll keep it private. Would you keep it private or would you report this person? Okay. I've reported such individuals not only to the law, but also to the people, the country, the police from where this person has been. Has it been done? Yes, it has been done on Facebook. It has been done on WhatsApp. Immediately. There's no second chance. So, child pornography enthusiasts, I don't spare them. Second one. People asking for child pornography. We had one of these guys in my group, WhatsApp group, sounded respectful, everything nice. And the guy literally sent a message publicly to the group. Does anyone have underage children's nudes or sexual images of children? Seriously. I took a screenshot, sent it to the police. Okay. Third one. I had received this message some time ago of one guy telling me that he is involved, he wants to get married to a girl who is 16. Okay. Now he sounded genuine. He didn't say about sex and all that. But he said he wants to get married to a girl who's 16. And it was pretty disturbing. Now, I did not share his details with the police, but I made sure that the concerned authorities were keeping an eye on this individual. Okay. Just imagine if your daughter is 14 or 15 or 16 and a man is dating. Do you expect someone to inform you? Okay. So this is one category. The second category of people who have reported And this one also I don't give second chances, is people who are asking me for fake degrees for being a doctor, fake degrees for migrating abroad. People who send me this are primarily from India and the Arab world. The minute they send me this, I inform the concerned authorities. This guy wants to position himself as a fake doctor and operate on people's bodies and lives. Please look into this matter immediately. I don't spare. Okay. The third category of people who I report and leak information is people who give my wife, my baby, or me death threats. People think you cannot track them down with your, firewall and all that. But if you have been online and your business is online and you're working with law enforcement agencies, you know for a fact people can be tracked. Okay, your $100 VPN or free VPN can't mask all your details. Okay, so if anyone gives death threats to my wife or my baby, I don't spare them. Next category of people that I leak information is there are two, three ladies in one group. There is 9 ladies, but who don't tell that they are ladies. There are many women in my group. Some are young girls also. So when a guy sends naked photographs, like, picture of his dick or something, or top, and she has not asked for it, and they are sending, oh, I love you and can't stay without you, and sexual messages or romantic messages, or threatening them when they don't respond, and the girl informs me, there is this explicit rule in my group: you misbehave with women, I'm not going to leave you. Okay, and I tell men also, if girls act funny with you, you tell me immediately if you're not comfortable. And I tell everyone, listen, I can't keep a target on everyone. Whatever people have to do, they'll do. So don't trust anyone. Then obviously there is no spamming, there's no scamming, there is no sending special offers, putting links. Okay, now coming to this guy. This guy, there were actually 4 or 5 people who got removed from my group this past 2-3 days. One is when small kids forget to respect their elders. I don't spare them. A 20-year-old telling a 44 or 45-year-old, what? Hey, you laborer, how much are you earning? Or questioning a family man who's earning for his family. He being a kid, telling him, hey, you're a laborer, how much are you earning? Questioning, that also on a public platform when he did not insult him. I remove such, disrespectful youngsters. Yes, I made it mandatory in my group. Whomsoever, especially small boys, youngsters, they call me sir, out of respect, because I don't want a 18-20-year-old calling a 50-year-old or 55. Means in real life, do you go to your elder, your father, mother, when you're 18 or 20, hey Philip, hey Paul, hey Martha, do you call your father and mother with their name? No, you say mom, dad. You call the elders, yes uncle, yes sir. So in the real world, when you respect them, or online suddenly become a hero? No, what you do in the real world, you respect elders, you respect in the group. So in my groups, if you want to join my groups and stay in my groups, if you are younger than any of our ages, you call us sir. You call women madam. I've had 18-year-old, or I've even had a 16-year-old who called one 40-year-old lady, hey babes, because she was a model, hey babes. And this lady was a mother of 2 grown 20-year-old girls. Just imagine, he's sending a private note, hey babes. I don't tolerate such nonsense. Okay. So if you sexually misbehave with any of my members, I'll not spare you. No fucking way. If you don't respect the elders in the group, fuck off. Now comes to this cartoon. This idiot is an Indian from Qatar. Okay. He's a #1 chutia. Now, tell you what is the story with this idiot. I have the emails to prove it. In 2019 or something, he wanted my service. Fine. I quoted him. After I send him my pricing, he is busy arguing with me. Imagine, the guy wants a job, the guy wants a better salary, the guy wants a better position. And I've told him, you need to change and this and that. Instead of being humble, he's arguing with me. He's telling, oh, what the hell do you think you are, and this and that. And I don't take shit, so fuck off. So he didn't stop. He kept going back and forth, and we went around 6, 7, 8 times. Okay. The guy's a absolute fucking jackass. Okay. In his covering letter, Assalamu alaikum, Allah, and this. That's not what you put in a fucking covering letter. Okay. Alright. I didn't hold anything against him. He still asked for my rates. I told him, this is the rate, take it or leave it. He said, no thanks, I don't need your service. Okay, fine. Everything is happy, dandy, never bothered. After a few months, 2019, huh? Few months, he wanted to join my groups. Fine, you can join my groups. He joined my groups. It's okay, everything is quiet. Then he joined my political group. And remember, this guy is an Indian Muslim in Qatar. This guy joined my Muslim groups, my political group, where hardcore debating takes place. Now, being an Indian, this guy is an Indian. He is insulting Indians. Okay, he's called Hijras or Rundians. Instead of Indians, he's saying Rundians. Like he's calling all Indians Rundians, being an Indian passport holder. Okay, so he's insulting Indians, and I kept quiet. I didn't say anything because it's a hardcore political group. Then later on, he started. See, remember this. I've added you in a political group where bad words and all that is okay. But then, in my main groups where investors are there, where businessmen are there, where women are there, where children are there, where educated people, where they talk to each other with respect. This guy in that group is calling, hey, Rundians, and he's insulting. Nobody is giving him bad words there. He's busy insulting all the people. I removed him from that group. Until now, I've kept quiet. And then he got removed. He said he wanted to add it back. I didn't respond. Then in this group, political group, everyone's giving everyone bad words, and okay, I don't give a fuck. He was the only guy who was abusing all the Indians, being an Indian. Now, everyone asked him, where are you from? In his Instagram, he shows he's from London. Let's put a London, this thing there, branding. In his name, he likes to state he's a Muslim, but not Indian. So he likes to, Pakistan or abroad, and also everyone was curious. You are insulting Indians. Where are you from? Now I knew all his details. I didn't say a word. Okay. Finally, one fine day, you're not adding any value to the group. You're just calling people Rundians, insulting Indians, being an Indian. Finally, I asked him one day, what do you mean by Rundians? You're calling Indians Rundians. What do you mean by that? Now, this guy read the message. Now, I have a rule in my group. I'm the admin, and there are some admins. If you disrespect the admins, there's no second chance. If you threaten the admins, there is no second chance. And if an admin asked you a question and you read the question and you ignore, then get out. Like I had this guy who was my age, really cool guy. I liked him. I really liked him. This guy one day in my family group, which I have family people, he sends Britney Spears photograph where she's topless, covering her nipples and pressing her boobs. Now it was a Sun article. He had sent this there, and one of my admins threw him out because he not only sent the article, he sent Britney Spears topless photo. And he was very upset. He sent me a message, Law, I expected more out of you. Come on, man, just boobs make people insecure. So because I knew him, I told him, listen, in this family group, you don't send all this. You can send a news link, but not an image of a girl topless. There are mothers, there are children, there are young boys. Come on, man. Okay, and there are businessmen who are 50, 60 years old. I don't want you to be sending this there. He apologized. I added him back in that group. And I'm busy because there are 1,000 messages. This guy, out of the blue, he sends, I've told you, respect the admins. Now, even though my admin is my close friend, I never overturn an admin's decision. But I told this guy, I know this guy, just let it be. I added this guy back. This guy starts bragging to my group. Oh, you motherfuckers, you removed me. You're this, you're that. He's abusing my close friends. I didn't know this. He kept abusing and mocking them and laughing at them until one of my other senior members said, Loy, I'm a family person. I'm in this group. I tolerate everything, but this is not right. You added him back. Now, instead of being courteous, he's calling. He showed me a screenshot. Finished. I threw him out. Okay. So in the same way, this guy, this Indian in Qatar, I mean, you read the message, not responding, fine. So I asked him, can you respond? He said, he ignored. 1, 2, 3 times. So now everyone started asking, listen, tell us who you are, where you from, including the Muslims who are there, including the Pakistanis. Everyone started asking him, we want to know who you are. You know our details. He said, no, I choose to keep it private. So one of my guys, he's an IT guy. I won't give his name. He somehow managed to scan this guy's number, IP address and whatever. And then he sends me a message and tells me, Loy, is it this guy? I said, how the fuck did you know that? He said, he told me how. I was like, yeah, it's the same guy. So he started, because this guy used to abuse Indians and he was a troll, this guy started trolling him. Okay, are you from India? And are you Muslim? Are you based in Qatar and this and that? So this guy started to get cornered. When he got cornered, for a guy who was trolling the group with hundreds of messages, finally, what he did was, he didn't respond and he started to get angry. Yeah, because you're pissing off everyone. Now everyone's pissing you off. You insult people on their religion. You insult people, personal attacks. You insult people on their nationality. Even though you're the same nationality, I think people will keep quiet. Okay. Then I put a message. I don't know, I put a message or something I did. Not too clear, huh? I'm being honest. This guy responded by telling me, hey, fuck you. He threatened me. Hey, fuck off or fuck you. Me, the guy who was supporting him, the guy who brought him back in the group, the guy who allowed him in the group, the guy who has all his details and has never betrayed him, he is abusing me. So I just told him, see, listen, you better apologize or you're going to get into trouble. Because a lot of guys want to know your identity and there are some people who already got it. I just have to confirm. Now, before I continue, here's a simple thing. Let's say you have all my details. You have all my details. And I've been harassing you. I've been begging you for my services, for your services. Been asking you for help and money and this and that. And okay. Should I be grateful? Yes or no? Okay. Second question. After you're begging for service, free advice, guidance and everything else, now, after I do that, I'm insulting you. I'm insulting your religion. I'm insulting your nationality. I'm insulting where you came from. I am insulting your friends. I'm insulting people who are like your family. How long you'll keep quiet? Tell me, how long? So, I told this guy, better apologize. When your response is, fuck you, and after telling you better apologize and then you start giving threats and this and that, I finished. I just told that guy, I said, last chance. Same. So immediately I told the guy who found out his details, yes, this is him. And I confirmed it to the group. This guy who has been threatening you guys, abusing you guys, These are all his details. Who has been harassing the men, the women, all his details. I shared it. Now, I give you a timeline of, I think, 1 year. Okay, of months of tolerating this guy. What would you do if you're in my place? Tell me, what would you do? This guy who sends this message, okay, portraying himself as a saint, a guy who doesn't have money to pay for your service, a guy who, he doesn't have money, he wants free advice, he wants benefits, he wants favors, everything, okay? And he disrespects men, women, his own passport, his own nationality. He insults Hinduism, he insults Hindus, and you're the guy who's sticking up for him. And he says to you only, fuck you. He threatens you. So tell me, what would you do? So in the end, I put him in his place and I booted him out. Ungrateful truth. Okay, ungrateful. I know this guy. So now that I've given you the whole story, you tell me, if someone threatens you, if someone threatens your family, if someone asks you for pedophile pictures, for sexual pictures of children, if someone sends you underage children photographs, videos, if someone says, give me fake, a doctor's certificate for fake, you know, fake one, I'll pay you cash, will you report these people? If someone tells you even drugs, will you report these people? Yes or no? If you do not report it, let me tell you, you're a partner in crime and you will be arrested. Coming to people like this, these are my WhatsApp groups. I have more than 11 WhatsApp groups, an average of 150 people. Some groups is full 200 people. So 200, let's say 200 into 10 WhatsApp groups, 2,000 members. How come I don't have any problem with 2,000? Facebook, I think 500,000 in various groups, but I'm not active there. How come none of them have problems with me, except these mental retard cases? So for me, it's very simple. If, you know, if you do not know how to follow rules, if you do not know how to follow rules, if you do not know how to behave yourself, if you do not know how to respect women, if you do not know how to respect a person's nationality or citizenship, that also being the same country, I mean, you're a keyboard warrior, and I don't need such destructive people. I don't need such toxic people who the only response is Randians, only response is Hindus, cow piss drinkers, and no productive dialogue. And for a person who has no money, who doesn't have a job, no, he has a job, who doesn't have money to afford your services, who begs you for free advice, who's a freeloader, and for years and years is just trying, and he bullshits and brags and shows he's larger than life through a wall of anonymity. How would you tolerate such a guy? For me, the breaking point was when he threatened me. After all the shit that he done, but all the support I gave, he threatening me. So the guys who got his details, whom I told don't share, they got to fucking share it with everyone. So anyway, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay. And before I conclude, one small thing. Name one client, single one, in my 21 years, name one client whose name I've leaked, apart from LinkedIn, who people have openly spoken about me. Name one client. Name one person whose identity I've named and shamed publicly. Okay? Apart from someone who puts the comment publicly on YouTube, because they're your name. I've never doxed anyone on my social media handles. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you think I'm right or wrong, I'm open to your criticism. But yeah, don't ask me about this guy's details. It was only limited to within my groups, and that's where it dies. Alright? Having said that, put your comments, thoughts below. We're signing off. Chalo.